drama's so fucked up. That little voice inside your head who says you're not enough. Yeah, I've been through trauma. Yeah, I've been abused. But you're not gonna get it. You'll just say you do. Shows up in my reaction. It emphasizes fears. You won't understand that. And one day your love will disappear. If you can't sit with me on a dark day, if you can't pull me close when I push you away, if you're not one to forgive mistakes, I need you to walk away. I'm the worst at goodbye, and love always comes with that price. I can't do it anymore. Are you sure? Are you sure? Not just now, but forever. Can you love me every way? Can you choose me every day? The one thing I have never felt is safe. Are you sure? Are you sure? Not just now, but forever. Can you love me every way? Can you choose me every day? Look at me, can't you see? I've got it all under control. This is how it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, I'm on a roll. Watch the sky turn dark to light. Play the day while I
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Hope you're all having a great Sunday evening. Thought it might be time to do a little bit of a catch-up stream. So sorry about what happened on the last one. My internet just decided to kick out and then not come back. So had to end a little bit early yesterday, but not yesterday, a few days ago. But we are back. We will get going here. We are in the Zibo mod 737-800. And as always, I'm just trying to get the overlay here. Make sure that runs correctly. Doesn't want to pop up. Come on. Interesting. Okay, that is a little strange. Live overlay. Trying to play around with this thing here. Not really that important, but I would like to have it. Browser source. It's supposed to be in here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, great. Got it figured out. So smart. All right. We have done this route before, actually, but it's a good route. It's about 2 hours. Hopefully we can get there in just under 2 hours. As always, I'll show you how to set up the airplane. I have already loaded the airplane, minus the fuel, so we just need to jump into the cockpit here and request our fuel. Block fuel today is 24,800 pounds. We are going to be quite heavy.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Alright. Okay. As always, I will show you how to start up the airplane. And by now, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen me do it enough times that you could probably do it yourself. So, first things first, battery on. Emergency exit lights going armed. No smoking so I don't forget. And ground power. While the airplane is loaded, or getting loaded with fuel, we keep the seatbelt sign off. Nav lights are going to go on. Our cruising altitude is, we might as well set the pressurization panel here while we have it, 35,000 feet. And the landing altitude for Denver is going to be quite high up. It is 5434. So we'll get as close to that as we can. 5450 is, well, yeah, we'll have to take that. And then the IRSs both go to nav. We can then we can start the flight leg. Let's do that. And I'll just get the bags coming on board. Get some lighting here for both the captain and FO's side. And we can start programming the FMC for departure. We are going to be departing Portland, which is Kilo Papa Delta X-ray. Set that as the initial point, route. Put that as our origin. And we'll pop this as the destination. And we are flying United 2190 today. Oops. 2190. Okay, and then we'll come down here, select our departure, runway 28 left. We're following the Whammy 5 departure out of Portland.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard up to the Duke, a very full flight today. If you more than one carry an item.
Got the cabin crew already telling everyone it's going to be a full flight.
We'd like to be able to accommodate everyone's carry on bags.
come down here, and then we will go to next page, and we can start popping in information for our route today. After IMB, we're going to go direct to PIH. What are they talking about back here? Got the bags coming on board. I always like that little animation there.
As you find your seat, please stow your larger carry-on luggage in the overhead bin and place any smaller items under the seat in front of you. We suggest stowing your rollerboards on this aircraft with the handle in first, wheels out. Let a flight attendant know
Then
if
we're
you
going
need help.
direct to
On this flight,
MJ.
we offer personal device entertainment, one of United's private screening options. A headset, just let a flight attendant know. We'll be happy to provide one.
And then we're
You may
already
use your small
on
lightweight
our
devices such as
arrival.
mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers. While we're parked at the gate, larger devices such as laptops and DVD players may be used until we're ready to depart. At that time, they must be stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Seated in an exit row, please review the exit row.
We're actually going to do the RNAV Zulu for runway 34 right.
Flight attendants, please brief your exit.
Oh, I don't think we can do this one actually. Three, four right. The RNAV approach needs. You actually need special authorization to do 348, so we're gonna just do the ILS instead. Which means we'll just take radar vectors from the star. So that's fine. I was kind of hoping to do the RNAV. Why is it? Give me the ILS. 3-4 right. ILS 3-4 right. We'll just take the final transition here. ILS 3-4 right. No transition here. Route, activate, execute. Ripper Gaming, hello, how are you, sir? Amy, hope you're feeling a little bit better, but I can tell you're not, so get better soon. Alright, we'll come down here now. The FMC is pretty much programmed, although the IRSs are not finished aligning, so nothing's going to be showing up on the map just yet. We already have our squawk code, which is 1577. We're going to be following the real flight today. They took off just a little bit ago, but we're going to follow everything else. Gate number, transponder code, everything else is going to be the same. So, come down here, just do some quick tests while the system is still aligning. Cargo fire. Fire alarms. Perfect. Okay, and fuel is still getting loaded on board, so that's okay. Come back down to our FMC, we'll get some information in here, which the airplane needs. 35,000 feet is going to be our cruising altitude today. The wind is going to be an average of, on a heading of 233 at, what did I just hit? I just hit something. Maybe I didn't. Okay. 233 at 35. The cost index is 41. We'll hit 4.0 in the reserve, 0 fuel weight. Let me just make sure that information lines up here.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Okay, our estimated zero fuel weight is a little bit different on our load sheet, but that's okay. Let me see what this thing says, actually. $126,326 is what we want. So as long as that's in the FMC, I don't really care what's on my other sheet. That looks good. Fuel is on board, so we can fasten seatbelts. Test oxygen.
Captain Hatcher on the fasten seatbelt sign. Would you ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt? Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
Okay, we'll do our performance calculations here. Selected temperature is going to be 46, which means it's going to give us full power on departure. Yeah. Wind is actually calm at variable at 5 knots actually. Bleeds are on, anti-ice off. Now the departure out of Portland, we just need to climb to 5,000, so on climb 2 we could probably do that. That's not going to be a problem. I'll give it climb 1 actually, just to give us a little bit better performance here. Flaps are going to be flaps 5, center of gravity, which means we need 5.5 on the trim. That'll do. Okay. Now, the calculations that I got from SimBrief is saying V1 152, rotate 154, and V2 at 160. That's a little bit more of a conservative estimate than what this gives me. So I'm actually going to take that. 152, 154, 160. Because we are a little bit heavy today, so we'll come over to the MCP and set 160. Altimeter is 2994. 2994, set, cross-checked, and we'll just set this real quick. And then while we are waiting for everything to finish up here, we will just... We're going to be taking off on 28 left, so we're going to have a bit of a taxi. But I'm going to check the flight plan, just make sure all the information is in here correctly. So, 28 left coming out, we're doing a left turn. We're at 35,000 the whole way, once we get to the top of climb. And then, looks like a pretty straightforward route. Get down here. What I really want to see is the... Okay, that's... yeah, the vectors is what I want to see. So the heading is going to be at 210 knots at 11,000 feet, so that's fine. Which is going to be like 6,000, 7,000 feet, really, above ground level. So that's fine. Initial climb is going to be to... actually... they're saying the top altitude is assigned by ATC, so I'm going to give us 10,000 feet. And we should be out of here in a few minutes, which would be great. So let's go to better pushback. Pre-plan the push. I've already apparently come out of this gate, so which is... even better. But instead of going the other way, I'm gonna want to go. I'm getting spatially disoriented here. Yeah, I'm not going crazy. This is the terminal, end of the terminal. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's exactly where I want.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Will do. All right. Come back to map. I'll set the. Data. Don't need the VORs on here. Okay. This is looking good. I'll come down here to the... Did we forget something? No, don't think so. Looks good to me. Don't think I'm forgetting anything. Set to Portland ground. Yeah, it looks good to me. One of the easiest setups here that we've ever done on the channel. Actually, we can give the passengers a nice welcome here from the cockpit.
Folks, welcome aboard our flight today. It's a pleasure to have you on board United Airlines. We're preparing to button the ship up and get on our way. Looking like an on-time departure for us today, and okay weather along the route. Just a quick reminder, do please remain in your seats when that seatbelt sign is illuminated with those seatbelts comfortably fastened for your safety. We got 3 in the back with you today. We'd appreciate your cooperation with any instructions they may offer. Again, welcome aboard.
Okay. Button the ship. We're looking good. We can get the... These guys have done their job, so we'll get them out of here. Ignore that. Make sure this is on standby, yeah. Alright, it's probably going to be a little bit dark once we get there, but I'm excited to fly this thing. It's always a blast flying this thing. I really love the Zibo mod. I think it's everybody's like all-time favorite X-plane aircraft, so... Alright, let's close the forward and aft and forward entry door.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
It's a beautiful departure here.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Thank you, will do. We will go ahead and start the APU, which we should have done a couple minutes ago. Wait for the EGT to come up. There we go. One fuel pump on.
Remember to stow your carry-on items either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. We suggest stowing your rollerboard bag in the overhead compartment wheels first. If you need help, ask a flight attendant. I'll be happy to assist. You may use your small lightweight devices such as mobile phones, tablets, and e-riders while we're parked at the gate. Large devices such as laptops and DVD players may be used until we're ready to depart. At that time, they must be stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. This aircraft is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can stay connected.
Alright, we don't really need to listen to all that whole shtick there, but as long as the APU is running, that's good. PAX auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed on, engine bleeds off. We'll start the window heat, probe heat, hydraulic pumps, yaw damper is going to come on. Ground power is going to come off. Make sure the APU power is on. Logo light I'm going to turn on just because we're kind of getting close to the sunset here. And we'll give it another minute or two and then we'll get going. How was everybody's weekend? What did you guys do? I already know what you did this weekend, Amy. building a shed and then staying in bed all day. Woo!
Welcome aboard. Bienvenidos a bordo.
All right, let's call for the push here.
Ground and cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for flying United today. We appreciate your attention as we demonstrate the safety.
Beacon light going on. We're a little bit early, that's fine. Let's just get going. If you're on Volanta, you are able to follow along with us today, my friends. United 2190 from Portland to Denver. You took medicine? I am shocked. I am truly flabbergasted.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
We didn't even do the GPWS test here. That's how much I'm ready to get going here. Just want to make sure our fuel is... Wow, excuse me. It's been a long day. Okay, looks like we're actually going to be on time because it takes them 3 years to hook the tow up.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay. Just going to hide that ground equipment there. Look at this beautiful aircraft. Seriously, like everything. I can't get over it. It's just so, it looks so good. Definitely the best.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Definitely the best airliner in X-Plane if I had to give it. It's free, and the developers have always said it's always going to be free, and that is just the best thing ever. So while they're doing the safety video in the back, we in the flight deck have things to do here. Once we kind of get to this, the initial parking space here, we can go ahead and start our number 2 engine. What did we say we're going off of today? 28 left. Supposed to do this earlier. Whoops. It's not really important because we did do the takeoff calculation just on a different format here, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much over it here. 36085 with fine. 300, yeah, that would be 000. Temperature 2 Celsius. 2994. Let's go ahead and start the engines. Left and right pack off. Engine number 2, ground. Wait for N2. And listen to them roar, too. Just love the sound of that. ETO 159678. Center of gravity is 21.4.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, give it fuel at 25% here. Okay, sounding good. We'll go ahead and get engine 1 going. In real-world procedures.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
In real-world procedures, under this temperature condition, United, they would be doing a single-engine taxi, but might as well just get it out of the way, honestly. Do the dual engine start. Looking good. Okay, they're giving us the thumbs up. That is good. Come over here and select auto brake to RTO. We got a couple of things overhead to do now. We're going to generator 1 and 2. APU generator is going to go off. Engine bleeds are going on. APU bleed off. Left and right pack on. And APU is going off. Fuel pumps are set. Seatbelts. Hydraulic panel is good. Pressurization panel, very important to monitor so we don't have any pressurization issues. We'll come down here to SIS. Set flaps 5 for departure. And then flight controls. Full left. Full right. Elevators. Full left rudder. And full right rudder. Flight controls are free and correct. Flaps are set. Flight directors are going on. LNAV and VNAV engaged. And we'll get the taxi lights on. And now we are ready for taxi. Release the parking brake and let's get going. How good does it sound? It just sounds so good. Alright, I'm gonna dim the cabin lights for takeoff here. Alright, so we're gonna be taxiing via Kilo. We're then going to join, we'll join, I believe that is Tango, and then Bravo. 2 left turns here, so we'll just have to, it doesn't look like it's too busy here though, so we should be fine. TCAS we can switch to TA only. Let the other guys know we're around. Is the sound okay? Everything sounds okay? Hopefully. I can't get over it. It just sounds so good. Sorry, I'm geeking out over here, but seriously. Okay, here's where it gets a little tricky. I'm not very familiar with Portland Airport, so I believe we'll take a right here. We need to stay on Tango. And we'll take a left here. Okay, and then we need to join Bravo here. Same thing's gonna happen in Denver. We got a long taxi back to the gate, so I gave us a little bit of extra fuel. Weather in Denver doesn't look too good today, so should be kind of an interesting approach, but we'll see how it goes. Nothing we can't manage. Below, I think 12,000 feet is what the weather briefing said. So it's gonna be about, we'll break through the clouds at like 6,000 feet, something like that. This thing truly is a race car in terms of its power. Bar the 757, of course, which is my all-time favorite airplane. Alright, we'll get them seated for departure.
Flight 10, please be seated for departure.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Alright, friends, before takeoff checklist, TCAS, we'll go Tara, auto brake RTO, arm the auto throttle, so I'll take it off just for now until we enter the runway. Engine start switch is continuous. Once we enter the runway, we'll get the landing lights and strobes on. Alright, and we will just hold here for a moment. Okay. And Portland Tower, good afternoon. United 2190, holding short runway 28 left on Bravo 8, ready for departure. And they will come back and say, United 2190, Portland Tower, good afternoon. Runway 28 right, wind is calm, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 28 right, United 2190. Okay, landing lights and strobes on, auto throttle armed, engine start switch is continuous, auto brake RTO, TCAS TARA. We are clear on the left. And we're clear on the right. Alright, folks. Excuse me. Enjoy the departure. Toga. Thrust set. knots. Checked.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up, please. LNAV.
400. $1,000.
Checked. Nice. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, my friends. Speed check. We'll go flaps 1. Engine start switch is normal. And flaps clean. We'll just hand fly it for a little bit here. How nice is that? I gotta pay attention. And we'll contact Seattle Center here. Cleared up to 10,000 feet, so that's good. Start making the turn. I am still flying by hand here. Just want to get my get a little bit more flying, hand flying in here, as every pilot should want to do. And the minimum for our next altitude is above 5,000 feet, so we are good. I overshot the turn a little bit, but I followed the flight director, so...
To go.
Okay, now we have no choice but to engage the autopilot, so we will clear ourselves up to 26,000. Get the wheel well and wing lights off as we're past 10,000. Landing lights can come off. Our have to take a checklist is complete via memory items.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fasten seatbelt sign is on. Please remain seated. When the captain turns the sign off, you'll be able to move about the cabin. When you are in your seat, please keep your seatbelt fastened in the event of unexpected turbulence. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment. We ask that you use the lavatories located in your cabin, and please don't stand near the lavatories in the galleys. You may now use all approved personal electronic devices.
Look at that.
For everyone's safety, please make sure your personal belongings are clear of the aisle. We're pleased
Absolutely
to offer personal device
gorgeous.
entertainment on our United Private Screenings option, sponsored by the United Plus Explorer card, on-demand movies in the seat back in front of you. If you need to have a headset, we'll be happy to provide one once the captain lets the flight crew get up from our jump seats. After you connect to the United Wi-Fi network.
I don't want to listen to her go through her whole shtick, but okay, look, the airplane's overshooting it as well, so not just me then. Okay, that might be the problem, actually. We'll select the heading bug to, or the heading bank angle selector to maximum of 30 degrees. Over on the left side of the aircraft here, how good does that look? Seriously, it looks great. Over there, I believe it is Mount Hood. So that's what's off in the distance, poorly rendered by my PC, but whatever. And then what we're flying straight ahead to is... Oh, sorry. What we're flying straight ahead to is Mount Hood. Or am I tripping? No. This is Mount Hood, right over here. And then over on that side is, I don't even know. Silver Star Mountain, looks like. So that's pretty cool. Get a little nature trip while we're while we're climbing. Once we hit 15,000 feet, I'll let the turn the seatbelt signs off. that is just truly beautiful. Alright, gotta watch out for 18,000 feet, which is our transition altitude. Set standard, cross-checked, and the standby altimeter is the same. Okay, taxi lights. Didn't mean to keep those on. Okay, we'll clear ourselves up to 35,000 as well, which will be our final cruising altitude as well. Looking good, my friends, looking good. That river there, I think that is... I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Columbia River. Very neat. Oh, we didn't get any, there we go. There's a great view of the mountain, of Mount Hood. Just want to see, okay, never mind. Almost 23,000 feet, climbing for 35,000. On our way to Denver tonight from Portland. We are looking good, my friends. I'll give you a little bit more information once we get closer to arrival. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in the chat. At this point, we're just going to kind of monitor our instruments, make sure everything is going accordingly. We'll do a fuel check in about 30 minutes. And then I thought the flight was a little bit shorter than it was, but it's not. It's about 2 hours, so we're about an hour and 45 away from Denver. Beautiful shot of Mount Hood. I am going to and the wing flutter as well is something I really like on the Zibo mod. I'll get the level off announcement here, and then I will return once we are close to top of descent. So until then, my friends, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And of course, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the chat. Or I'll come back if you really miss me that much. Going through a cloud layer here. All right, friends, enjoy the ride.
Lay Shaman from flight deck. Your seatbelt signs on, gives you an opportunity to move out. Do ask on your seat though that keep those seatbelts fastened for your safety and those about you. As we get closer, we'll update weather gate information. Enjoy the ride. Thank you.
Had my mic muted. Hello! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are still here. We have started our initial descent into Denver right now. It's shaping up to be a beautiful evening here. If you've been following along, you've watched this gorgeous sunset out the window. Got our cabin all tinted out purple. And while we have the extra time, descending to 25,000 feet here, we can start doing our landing calculations and performance for the arrival. Currently, Denver is... wind is pretty calm in Denver. It's going to be at 060 degrees at 7 knots. Outside air temperature is 25 Celsius. Altimeter is 3009. We're expecting the ILS runway 34 right. No problems with the reversers. And we're taking 34 right, flaps 30. Estimated landing weight is going to be based on, I like to just kind of come through here and see the landing weight, which is, at the moment, it's 138,368. I'm gonna give it maybe like I'll give it 137,000 pounds. That should be good. VREF plus 5, that's good. And it'll show you exactly where we... Okay, this is new. I've never seen this before. So... with a landing weight of 137,000 pounds, VREF plus 30, or VREF 30 plus 5, gives us 149 knots, so we'll take 30 at 149, pop that in our approach ref. Altimeter is 3009, we'll set that. 3009, that's set and cross-checked. Minimums are 200 feet, as per usual. Radio 200 feet. We are coming right on profile now, so that's good. I'm going to take, just because I don't want to taxi for 3 years, I'm going to take auto brake. I'll take auto brake 2, actually. So, I'm going to come back here. Brakes, take auto brake 2. Okay, this is what I'm used to here. I guess I just didn't select the auto brake on this page. Not to worry. Now, for the fun time, we will come down here to our radio nav panel and hit 111.10 and do the same on the first officer's side. Pretty easy frequency to figure out. And then the course is going to be 353. Set on the captain's side and set on the first officer's side, and then I will select the heading bug once we get a little bit closer to the airfield. But right now, 25,000 feet, we're passing through 27,000 right now on Denver Center here. Select the engine, switch to left, whatever. We'll get the dome light off because we don't need that. Alright, this is shaping up to be a nice arrival here. Get a little bit of backlight here, so I can see what I'm doing. We will need to drop our altitude down a little bit further. I'm gonna check my star. 14,000 feet. And there looks to be Denver, or thereabouts. Yeah. Denver's such a... It's such a flat area. Everything's spaced out around a very large area. It's not compact at all, if that makes sense. We're just about to tune into Denver approach here. Make sure speed comes back up. Shaping up to be a nice arrival here. Next waypoint, we're going to be need to be below 22,000 feet, which looks like we can definitely get. And then we're going to have to be at 270 knots. So the speed bug is going to have to come down, and we may need to use a little bit of speed brake. That's okay. Another great thing about the Zibo is that the VNAV, LNAV VNAV works really well. A little bit gusty up here. But it follows the arrival path really well, especially for a star like Denver, or this particular star, which has a lot of constraints. So 270 knots, 250 knots, and then if you're landing on the other side, or you're landing from the north, 210 knots, but we can keep it at 250 knots all the way until we're actually about to make our base turn, so that's good. We can do the downwind at 250 knots, which means we don't have to, it's going to be a pretty painless arrival, which is good. There's an approach in Houston that it takes forever to actually get onto the ILS, because for some reason, I assume it's local law, but for some reason they want you at 210 knots for about 30 to 40 nautical miles before you actually start the approach. So it takes a little bit of time to actually get down onto the approach. You're flying really slow. But Denver here, we're actually going to be able to keep 250 knots all the way until our base turn, which is good. In which case we have to be at 210 knots once we take the vector for the base turn. Auto brake 2 is set. Just looking over everything. And a gorgeous bit of sunset. Once we descend another 1,000 feet, we'll switch over the altimeter to the local pressure setting. I was kind of hoping we were going to beat the pitch black, but night landings are fun too. I did another night landing earlier this morning into Auckland in New Zealand with the 777, which again I still have to showcase on this channel because I've been meaning to do that for a while now. Luckily I was actually one of the beta testers for the 777-200 by Flight Factor. I was invited to do the beta testing, so that's cool. I guess I spent enough money with Flight Factor products that they let me have early access to the 777, and it is a really enjoyable plane to fly, so I will have to do a little bit more showcasing of that. Potentially we could do a long haul stream at some point, maybe going from Washington over to Europe, or New York over to Europe, which again is a 777 route. There's also New York to Houston. They do that on a 777 sometimes, because the airplane then goes on to somewhere else. I don't know. Just below 18,000 feet, so we'll hit standard, or the local pressure setting here, which is 3009. This waypoint we have to be above 15,000 and below 17,000, so the FMC is going to keep us right on that marker of 17,000. I will get the cabin ready for landing here. Get the seatbelt sign. And we'll do the descent briefing here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, we appreciate you being with us today. Wish you a very safe and pleasant journey to your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
Kind of missed the flight attendant's announcements there, but that's okay. Look at this gorgeous arrival here. I wish it was a little bit lighter so you could see out the window, but nonetheless. Now I'm following I don't know how it is with the FAA, the American Air Regulatory Agency, obviously, but in Europe, which is actually the rules that I learned primarily, because there's much more access, I want to say, for learning about Europe's rules, obviously, than the Americans. By 10,000 feet, you need to have everybody seated, landing lights on, wing lights on, all your lights set, and then before you can even start your approach. So I like to follow that same rule of thumb here. So usually by 10,000 feet above the ground, I like to have everybody seated.
1,000 to go.
I don't know necessarily if that's how they actually do it in North American Airlines. I just took a flight actually from Ottawa in Canada to Toronto in Canada, and I was kind of noting when they were going to start configuring the airplane for the approach. I know, people just worried about, you know, making their connection or checking their bag status. I'm over here looking at what the airplane's doing, all the little tiny details of the airplane. Call me a nerd. But Air Canada, I was flying with, they turned their seatbelt signs on around 15,000 feet. And to my understanding, Ottawa and Toronto are pretty much on the same sea level pressure. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, it's about 15,000 feet above ground in that case. So still at 13,000 feet, which means we're below 10,000 feet above ground here in Denver because we're 5,000 feet above sea level. So I'm actually going to switch the wing light on and the landing lights on just so we can light up our airplane a little bit more. And then we are going to descend to 11,000 feet, which we have set in the mode control panel here for the autopilot to follow. And once we get to that point here, this point, at 11,000 feet, the airplane will slow down to 210 knots, and we can our base turn onto, ironically, a waypoint called Boeing. So
1,000 to go.
Okay, 1,000 to go, checked. Airport's right off to our left side here. There's Denver. And then the gate that I'm expecting is Alpha 32. I'm going to leave the MCP at 11,000 feet. Make sure the ILS is active on our radio panel. Once we get a little bit further down here and we start slowing to at maximum 220 knots, we'll select flaps 1. I have a habit of putting the flaps out a little bit early. That's because I just like to be fully configured and stabilized by 1,000 feet, which is the minimum you can be stabilized by. In reality, though, pilots might start taking out the flaps even here when you're on approach into Denver. I've done the approach into Denver. Not sure which runways I've landed on, but okay, here's where it gets fun. 173 on the heading. Once we pass, we're on vectors now, so we can actually hit heading select. And then what heading select will do is hold this, will hold the heading that we have set in the bug here. So next waypoint we need to be at 9,000, above 9,000 feet. So I'm actually going to select this. We'll take this down to check my chart. Okay, at waypoint Boeing, which is what we need to be at 9,000 feet, so that gives us about 5 nautical miles to descend about 2,000 feet, so not too bad. Next waypoint, if we want more track miles, is a waypoint called Bengal, but I actually think we might be able to to make Boeing. So why don't I just head? I'm going to take out flaps 1, hit Boeing, select Boeing, LNAV, and now the airplane is going to follow, start turning, and we'll start lining up for the approach. Make the base turn now. Denver approach. forgot to reset the altitude there. I'm just gonna set it to my final approach fix, which is 7,000 feet. Speed intervention, we're gonna want it at 190 knots. That's fine. And there's the airport in sight. And I'm actually gonna take flaps 5. Flaps 5. And now what we can do is ATC will clear us for the approach. I'll hit approach mode armed. Warlock and glide slope is armed, ready for capture. We'll descend along the calculated vertical path there. And then we have just over about 15 nautical miles to slow the airplane down for landing. We're going to be on this second runway here. Okay, Warlock is captured. And what the approach mode will do is take us even below the 7,000 foot gate because we are on the ILS. Feels so good flying this thing. I just love flying this thing. Okay, I'm gonna slow her down, 180. Again, good rule of thumb is every 10 nautical miles on the approach, you dial it back 10 knots. First officer will get the approach up on his screen here. And we are slightly high on the glide, so I'm gonna reduce it down to
2,500.
2,500 gears coming down, flaps 15. And we'll slow to the 150 knots. What do we need? Actually at 149, so it's fine. Flaps 25 and flaps 30. Denver Tower, good evening. United 2190 established. ILS 34 right. And they'll come back and say, United 2190, Denver Tower, wind is 1007 knots, runway 34 right, clear to land. Clear to land, 34 right, United 2190. Okay. Landing checklist, gear down, 3 green, flaps 30-30 green, auto brake 2, spoilers are armed, missed approach altitude is 10,000. Oh, we're getting high. What's going on here?
Think rate. Pull up. Pull
okay,
up.
we're not going with that.
Pull up. Pull up.
Go around. Positive rate, gear going up. Flaps 15. Go around. Climb and maintain 11,000. Very strange. Okay, not to worry. We'll just shoot another one. That's fine. Not a problem. Kind of annoying, but I was just raving how amazing this autopilot is. And now it doesn't want to...
1,000 to go.
Doesn't want to fly the ILS correctly. Okay, we'll select flaps 5 and keep it at flaps 5, 200 knots. No worries. We'll try again. Okay, we're gonna need to come down here, do some little bit of setup here on our FMC. So it's programmed for a hold at Hygen. So I'm actually gonna want to shoot the approach again for 3-4 right. ILS 3-4 right following. Well, we're already done the star, so... we really just need that. Okay, yes, that is acceptable. ILS is still programmed in our FMC here. Just going to proceed direct to Hyden, and then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a waypoint called Hi Mom. Hi Mom. Hi Mom. That's going to send us back downwind. And then we will connect IMOM to Boeing. So I'm actually going to start by making a left turn on a heading of 160. They actually want us to climb to 11,000 feet, so we'll hit level change.
$1,000 to go.
Well, that's quite annoying now, isn't it? Wasn't expecting that. Kind of just expecting a nice smooth landing, but when you get a flub warning, that's that is just not okay after that. I'm not gonna jeopardize anything. We'll go direct to IMOM here. LNAV and VNAV. Engage. Maybe I'll just fly heading 173 instead. Okay, screw it. We're flying a heading of 173. We'll take a vector. As long as we're at 11,000 feet. There you go. Oh, and I thought everything was going so smoothly. Very annoying. I want to see what happened, actually. Three, four, right. Wow, we were really at the top of the glide slope here. Interesting. Okay, and then it just got high on profile. Weird, but probably me. I'm gonna select Alt Hold actually, and then we'll.
Attention all aircraft. Denver International Information Tango current. Altimeter 3011.
30 what? Did they reset the 3011? Ah, crap. Alright, well. See how quickly things change. Okay. What Alt Hold lets me do is stay at this present altitude, not move from this altitude, but now I'm actually gonna select Execute on here, LNAV and VNAV, and we're gonna start descending here. Okay, and we'll start the second approach here. Passengers are certainly getting their money for the flight here. Guess we'll have some explaining to do to the chief pilot. I'm going to take us down to 7,000 for the final approach fix. Alright, yeah. It's starting to get high, so... Hit approach. Warlock is captured. Glide slope's coming. still a tad high, so I'm actually going to vertical speed us down a little bit further here. I'm going to put the gear down, get some drag going.
2,500.
Flaps 15. Okay, this is looking a little better. Denver Tower, hello. We are back. United 2190, established. ILS 34 right. Flaps 30. Alright, speed is checked, auto brake armed, gear down, 3 green, flaps 30 green, engine start switch is continuous, lights set, missed approach altitude 11,000, clear to land. And we are on profile. Coming up on 1,000.
1,000.
I have
1,000 feet, stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
checked. Flight directors. Auto throttle.
500.
Checked.
$400. 300. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
A little bit high.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up. Okay, there we go. We are down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver. An exciting little change of pace there. Strobe lights are coming off, and landing lights are coming off. Wing light is also coming off. Flaps going up, and speed brakes going up. Whoops. Checking my score here. wasn't that far down the runway. 12,000 feet seems like it disappeared really quickly. Now the fun part starts. Start the APU. TCAS can go to TA. And then I'll try and gun it a little bit here so we can get to the parking sometime tonight. We will turn off at Delta Sierra. Delta November's over here. I need to get some custom Denver scenery. That would be much better. Delta Sierra's right here. That's what we'll take. And then we'll make another right turn onto Golf. Then, now is a good time to figure out where exactly we're going to be parking. So, we're supposed to be on Alpha 32, which is going to be right in the back, of course. .72 degrees, that's about 22 Celsius. Few clouds at 11,000 feet. It's a beautiful night here in Denver. While I'm here, we can switch the power to the APU generator. Engine bleeds can come off and APU bleed can come on. Yeah, not too sure why it decided to take us above the glide slope there, especially once we'd already captured the glide slope. Very weird. Not to worry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the flight, though. Denver, again, like I was saying, everything's so spread out in Denver that even the airport is obnoxiously large to taxi around. And I think that's done by design, honestly. Need to make a left turn onto Hotel. That would be right here. What did I say we're looking for? 32. Okay, 32 is going to be a little bit closer to the end here, so... The apron gets grumpy when you push N1 past 30%, so... I'm just in a hurry. Okay, so 26. Oh, we're closer than I thought. Okay. 28. 30. 32 is right here. Okay. We'll stop right there. Parking brake is on. Wheel well will go off. It's already off. Okay. Engine 1 and 2 off. Beacon seatbelt signs. Set chocks. Ground power unit going on. APU and engine generators are off. Fuel pumps, hydraulic pumps, window heats and probe heats off, yaw damper off, And yeah, that looks good to me. I don't know if it's a bug or something with this taxi light, but it should be off.
Flight 10.32 for departure.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, look. Oh, now it disappears. Okay, well, there you go then. Forward nav cargo. We'll get the ground handling going here. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We will switch the IRS to off. APU to off. APU bleed off. Keep packed running for now, but that is it. Welcome to Denver, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the flight. It was a bit of an interesting experience there. Having to do a go around at the last possible minute, not optimal, but still landed within margins, so that's good. Take you outside to see the rest of this gorgeous airplane. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. It was a little bit longer than I had anticipated because of that go-around, but we will definitely do some more streams in the near future. I do want to showcase the 777 as well. Might be a little bit busy this week, but I will do my absolute best to give you guys some more content. Until then, next time, my friends, I will see you all later. I hope you had a great weekend, and I wish you all the best this week.